My question is, my boy Ma said something that really, really triggered me. So I wanted to talk about that. And so the topic is people not being judged enough. Is that statement true?
I think it's.
Go ahead, Derek. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I feel like people are judged enough. Some people are overjudged, some people are underjudged, but on average, I think as people, all we do is judge each other.
Yeah, I'm 100% with Sikes on that one for sure, and I'm going to touch on prejudice. Right, the idea is that we all have prejudgments about people, and somebody told me this: it takes 30 seconds to make a judgment on someone, and it takes 3 minutes to confirm it, but people never give you that 3 minutes. So there's always that assumption that you see how somebody, whether it's somebody going to approach your car, whether it's somebody going to approach you for a business sale, whether somebody's going to ask you for money, you've already made that judgment. So when we say we don't judge, we're constantly judging. Do we vocalize that judgment? Maybe not always, but we constantly judge. And I think it's even problematic if we say we don't judge enough, because we're already judging. We're not judging on facts.
We're judging at all times.
Okay, let me go a little bit. That was a general statement. What I meant by being judged was like in terms of like how you just say you do something wrong, okay? People won't tell you, they'll judge you, but they won't tell you. And what I'm saying is people need to judge you and people need to hold you accountable more. That's why you need to have good people around you, because if you're held accountable, people won't go and do nonsense.
So that's different though. I agree with you. There's not enough accountability. But
in terms of you'll go on Instagram. You can go on Instagram.
Yeah, that's two different things. So
yeah, you'll go on Instagram, and what will happen is like people will judge you. They'll post and but they don't know you. Okay, but what I'm saying is like someone that's your friend or somebody that knows you. If you're doing something wrong, they should be able to call you out on your nonsense. So what happens is nobody's calling out people on their nonsense.
Okay, so then we're talking something different. There's not enough accountability. And that one I agree with you about. In terms of judgment, there's more than enough judgment. But in terms of accountability, the fact that, like, you know what, if I, how do I say, if I was supposed to make sure I paid my bills at the end of the month and I didn't, and I'm like, and I blame it on somebody else, or I said, then I'm not holding myself accountable because I made that commitment to say, you know what, don't worry, I'll pay, for example, the Netflix bill or your subscription or whatever, and I didn't cover it. Those type of things, accountability, I definitely agree with it. There's a lot of times people don't want to hold other people accountable, and it's because I think part of it too is we're worried about people's feelings, but then we're also enabling them not to actually see how they can improve themselves. And I think at times when you hold yourself accountable, you realize that, you know what, these things I didn't do so well, but there are other things that, but because I didn't do these things well, I can work on these things. But when you're never held accountable, you never know what you need to work on. So accountability, 100%. Judgment, 0%. You see it.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same thing, because judgment, there's way too much judgment in this world. That's why when they said that statement, I'm just like, yo, no way, because I feel like people struggle so much to be truly who they are because people judge. They're worried about other people and the judgment that's coming from that, right?
It's facts.
When you talk about like the whole Instagram, the gram culture and all that stuff, that basically perpetuates that judgment, because not only are people judging you on a consistent basis, but you feel that judgment before you even do anything. So people are like, yo, I can't post this picture. Even though it's a really happy moment, my skin doesn't look light enough, type thing. So people are like, have that judgment within them that they're perpetuating on everybody else, and it's restricting people from being truly who they are, right? I think one thing...
okay, go on.
Yeah, one thing that people lack right now is self-awareness in terms of like who you truly are. But all of that is impeded by the fact that people are judging people so much that they're intimidated to even explore that side of themselves.
Yeah, no, it's 100.
And people are even judging themselves even worse than they're judging other people. You see, like, just to add what KingsBob was saying, you see people taking like 40 pictures and like,
which one goes up?
Yeah, like which one can I put out? Which one looks the best? Like which one portrays who I want to be best?
No, I agree with you. Like you would wear maybe like your best outfit, and a man can send it to me on Instagram and tell me, yo, what's this guy wearing, fam? Like, really woke up and you're like, yo, this is my best outfit. I'm saving for this picture. And the man will crucify you, right? And you know where I see this happen is a lot of times when you talk about for young people, is like during like their prom, like people in the prom dresses or people's wedding dresses or people's graduation outfits or whatever, maybe like a special event. And somebody will choose maybe this decor or this outfit or this suit and the person has planned it. This is like their go-to. And someone says, yo, I don't know why they wore that. It looks whack. And then they'll put likes on it or they won't even like it and they'll be sending it to other people. That's what you talk about, way too much judgment. But Mas, go ahead. I know you want
But people also go to social media to get judgment. That's the main reason you go to social media. You go to get followers, to get likes.
To get positive judgment, though.
Yeah, but it's still judgment. Judgment is judgment.
Yeah,
but it's still a judgment because people base their lives off of social media. So, for example, if you have 100,000 followers, you're like, yo, people are judging me and they're rating me. They're saying, yo, this is good.
But it's behind the scenes because Instagram is literally, if there's 24 hours in a day, Instagram is literally 2 seconds of your life. So people are trying to base that perfect 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I have to get everybody to base my life off of this perfect 2 seconds. Even though maybe I'm homeless, I live on my car, but my fit is nice, and I have this $10,000 in ones right now in the strip club. This picture's going up.
That's what happens, bro.
At the same time, it leads back to your accountability thing.
Yeah.
Right? Because now you have this guy who's living this perfect lifestyle, or this woman who's living this perfect lifestyle. Behind the scenes, it's not that perfect, but they want everybody else to judge them in this positive way, right?
Facts. And then we should even go, if we take it a step further, okay? There's moments in which, I mean, we talked about accountability, and I agree with that in terms of like there isn't enough of it, and there needs to be more of it, and it's an encouragement thing, right? It's a self-development thing, self-empowerment thing. At the end of the day, people are trying to hold you accountable, but a lot of people take that action, people trying to hold them accountable, as judgment, right?
And
so
criticism.
You see them in criticism. Well, criticism is fine because at the end of the day, there's negative and positive criticism, but people, when you try to hold them accountable for certain things, they may feel judged, right?
Yeah.
When at the end of the day, if you want someone to be there for you, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're in a marriage, whether you're in a friendship, whatever it is, if you don't have people behind you, like Mas was saying, like holding you accountable for certain things, that at the end of the day, they're not improving your life in any way, you shouldn't take that as judgment. And a lot of people internalize that as judgment, which is, again, I go back to saying there's too much judgment out there, and I think we should cut it out.
But everything is based off of like so much TV shows, social media, everything is based off of judgment. You can watch like American Idol, you can watch all these things. Everything is based off of judgment. People are basing their whole life off of judgment, bro.
No. I take it like this. I look at it in a sense, yes and no. If you're talking about judgment in that sense, yes, I believe we live our life for rankings. You know what I mean? So think about it. We go through school. It's about being the coolest kid in school, you know? And I remember being
the coolest or the smartest.
No, the smartest.
On the other spectrum, people want to be smart.
I agree you. Like, if you want to show that academically, for sure, you want to be there. But in the social ladder, I wouldn't say necessarily that was like the thing. But you're talking about like when you're during that time, like your mama jokes, whatever, talk to the hand. The guy arms, like we're in that kind of like, that was being cool, right? So it's always been an idea of ranking. So I do agree with you in that judgment. We if you really look at it in life, we all try to rank ourselves in the sense that, like, when it comes to girls, I know I can get more girls than that guy. Like, you know, like, it's always been a sense of ranking yourself. I don't doubt that, and I think ranking yourself can be healthy, but it can also be harmful because you start to realize that you're you're ranking yourself to be better than other people, but you're not trying to be better than your former self, right? And I think that's what you're always trying to be, a better self of you. that's what the best you can be, right? Like I can't be, my thing shouldn't be like I'm competing with Sikes or I'm competing with Moss or King, but my thing is like I'm competing with what I used to be to always be a better me. So maybe it's the way I treat people and so forth. And I think the problem is the measures or what we're trying to level up on is problematic. But I think that's what King says. Like when you have people that love you, that are honest with you and hold you accountable, then you start to realize, you know what? Maybe the way I treat people, or maybe it's not me taking my health serious. That, you know what? I used to eat like 50 burgers a day, but now I'm eating salads. Like you're doing those type of things and you're ranking yourself and judging yourself. You see it like that, sure. But if you're talking in terms of it, you're definitely right in the sense that we do judge and we do rank each other. Not rank, yeah, we do rank. We do live in a ranking system, whether we want to be honest about it or we don't. And I think a lot of times we use the idea of beating around the bush to make people feel comfortable, but we are ranking each other in that sense. Whether it's the workplace. If you're talking about like, yo, you know what, I'm going for that promotion or that bonus, everybody in a sense is always ranking each other if we're really being honest. I agree with you on that, for sure.
And the ranking thing it makes sense, and that will never change. My biggest problem with judgment is like people trying to be who they are or live their life the way they want to be and being ridiculed for it for the most part. So like you might be at a party or whatnot, and there's someone out there who's kind of dancing off beat, can't really catch the rhythm, and but they're trying to have a good time, right? But at the end of the day, there's someone who, sorry,
you're flaming that person. Don't even lie.
No.
This guy's
I won't lie.
Okay,
I won't lie.
Listen, I
like
might lie because
those people made the party live though.
No,
Exactly.
but
Those
you
people
take it
loosen
like
people
this.
up.
No, take it like this. You go to the club. Let's say you go to the club. Maybe you and your boy go to the club. You're like, you know what? I can go get a booth. I can sit in a section. I know I'm going to be. It's a ranking system. Let's be honest. The club itself, when you talk about dancing, it's a ranking system because if you're dancing too hard, you know that you're not a guy in the club. Like, you want to show that you're a baller in the club. You're not going to be dancing.
Unless you're a dancer. Then that if you're dancer ranking, then yeah.
That's the ranking you're looking for. But if you're not a dancer and you're dancing so hard, you're gonna look. In a sense, you won't look cool because you think about it. You go to the club, everybody's trying to look cool. So you're bopping. You hear the song, you're like, yeah, it's a sick song. But you don't want to turn up too much because you don't think you're looking cool. Like, so I definitely see that part of it. Whereas if you're dancing, but then King is saying, like, let's say you really want to be a dancer, you just enjoy going to the club to dance. No man should fault you for going to the club to show that you had the newest dance moves. You learned everything from TikTok.
Same way, no one so faults you if you go to the club and you try the newest dance and it's sus. People might laugh with you, but to be to the point to judge you, to like, put you down and whatnot and not let you have a good time, that's kind of my problem. Like, people go to parties and not being able to drink alcohol because they're scared of what their friends might say or their church members might say. That's all judgment. Like, cut it out.
People don't want to be a meme. That's the only thing, Nobody wants to be a meme. So if you're dancing too hard, you might be a meme,
If I go to the club, I see a man dancing like that, no doubt, obviously I'm judging, I'm gonna laugh. But as I said before, we have to understand, certain people, when they do that shit, they actually turn the party up. Because like, when you see somebody dancing so hard that they don't care what nobody thinks, it's like, yo, why am I even watching the man? Let me do my thing. That's how I feel about it. There's certain people
as long as they're happy, bro.
And the whole night and watch the guy and be like, yo, this guy's an idiot, bro. He's still dancing? It's been 45 minutes. Man will base his night off for next man dancing.
I might as well get vexed, eh? That's what you're saying.
Jeez. The man cheesed. And he's judging the man. So that's like, I totally disagree with the having or needing to judge people more, but I do think we do need to hold people accountable more. So my boy, yo, tap the man on the shoulder if you feel that way. Hey, yo, the dance moves aren't that solid, but I'm enjoying the vibe, but go practice. You need a bit more practice. Hey, let the man know what's solid.
You're dumb, bro.
But you don't have to be, this guy's dancing for an hour.
I know, and it's probably like that when it's his own friend, you know? It's different if it's a stranger, because you could probably laugh at a stranger or whatever it may be. But when it's your own friend, you probably pulled up. So let's say you pulled up with the next man, and he's dancing like that. He's busting all the new dance moves, you know? Or maybe he's trying to bust a Chris Brown, like he's trying to be like dancing Chris Brown, and he really ain't Chris Brown, like level of dancing, like, you know, maybe like 3-4 tiers below. Then you might be cheesed because you rode with him there, right? You're gonna judge him.
No.
Yeah.
But listen. This is what I'm saying to you. Everybody judges. So if you see that man in the club, I'm not gonna act like I wouldn't like make like laugh or anything. But at the end of the day, I don't care enough. So it's like one of those things where you look over, you laugh, but it's like I don't care enough. If it's my man's, I'm gonna flame him. He's gonna know. Like I'm gonna tell him. Like it's not one of those where he's gonna go out and he's gonna have fun and he's gonna laugh and think he's dancing. I'm gonna tell him like, bro, that was sus. Don't do that around me.
So you're not gonna let him live his best life.
You're not gonna let the man live his life, bro?
If he's dance, listen. If he comes out, if like just say the man comes out and there's a new dance and he's trying the new dance and it's sus, don't do that around me, bro.
Yeah, madam don't know. Mas has a reputation to upkeep, eh? He can't
Yeah,
just be
it's true,
seen for
it's true.
anybody.
Told you, ranking system.
He's the
You know
cool
what it is?
dancer. You can't get the dancer.
Man's no, I don't. I'm not like yo. If a dance comes out, I'm not the first one that knows it. Skrilla is the first one that knows it. You know that. But like,
you're not the first one. But you're the first one doing it.
no, listen, I'll do it sus. Listen,
But you
man,
do it.
I'll do it laid back, like a laid back version. I'm not forcing it. It's like one of those where a man does a doggy, you might do it like a little.
dancer.
Okay,
You might be a little like you know.
Insert the Shmoney dance clip. Insert the Shmoney dance.
Nigga, wanna do these checks till I pass out. Pass out. Shorty getting laid till I pass out. Pass out. Swear to God, all I do is cash out. And if you ain't a hoe, get up on my job. Really never made no difference with the shit made. Tryna to me for the pants and all the name.
You're done. Listen, once again, if a dance comes out, I'm not going hard.
The Mexico one?
I'm gonna do it.
Any of them.
Oh, okay.
Fans are dumb,
Yo, you might have a Nene or Millie Rock too. You know, don't hold back.
They're stupid, bro. Listen, I told them if I can do a dance, I'll do it light, the light version. So it won't look crazy, but you might see a little. It's like, you know, I don't like. It's like one of those where you're like, can he dance? And it's like you don't know.
See, the man's scared of the judgment.
The judgment.
You know what?
Right.
Scared of the judgment.
You're right. The man has to uphold.
Listen,
The
man, I know.
judgment.
I know when I'm sick at a dance, and if I'm sick, you're gonna see it. If I'm not sick, I'm gonna humble myself. It's like,
So wait. Because you feel that way, you're gonna uphold the next man like that?
No.
Not
Because I
trying to
know the
enjoy
man's
himself
not.
and he's
Listen,
dancing, and you feel it's not nice.
But listen, when I know he's not nice, man,
So
know
wait,
when
okay,
the man's not nice.
Okay, so say
Alright,
the
let me
man
know.
does this. Say the man's doing this. It's a shitty dance. But the girl that are surrounding him are feeling the vibes. He's like,
they're
yo, this
allowing
is
it.
my boy. So it's going in now?
I'm allowing him.
Like, you're a
don't think
hypocrite, fam. You're a hypocrite,
I'm
bro.
allowing. Listen,
Yo, we need to hold you accountable. You're a hypocrite.
Listen, I will never
You're
flame my man
hypocrite.
in front of other people. Listen, in front of people, I will never flame my man. That's disrespect. But on the ones, he's gonna hold that still. I'm gonna
Mas
tell
is the
him.
type of man to be doing a dance. Like if he's doing a dance and the next man comes beside him and is like, hey, I'm doing the dance too, and the man's sus, he'll stop.
He'll stop and step back and do the face like,
Yeah.